Ultimate Punishment by Scott Turow. The class of 2011's summer homework prior to stepping foot in our first college classroom. Teachers remember this Scott Turow book concerning capital punishment as a challenging reflection, a critical dissection of a controversial topic, and a glance for new students at what conversations at Transylvania might look like. Students remember this book as Transylvania University's attempted first impression, an introduction. So imagine with me if I were draped in all black, convenient, and I'm extra tall, really menacing, first name capital, last name punishment. And I say to you new students, welcome to Transylvania. There's nothing like a warm welcome laced with capital punishment. But that's okay, Transy, because you know what? You recruited a class that enjoys tough reflection, pushing boundaries and even playing guinea pig to your summer reading initiatives. And parents, you raise children that thrive on challenges and leadership. Put all the electric chairs and guillotines aside, the class exiting Transylvania today entered as a rare, passionate group yearning for the abilities to understand the world. And with confidence, I can say that Transylvania University has delivered in its promise to help its students flourish ever since handing us a hardback copy of Ultimate Punishment and grinning, enjoy. What I didn't understand then, though, was how much this book had to do with you and me. It's a shame people don't quote Scott Turow like they do other lawyers/writers, because his words, when examined in relation to life and its short sweetness it allows us, are powerful. So please, permit me to share with you the insights from Transylvania's 2007 doorman, Scott Turow. Having first studied to be a writer at Stanford, Scott Turow attended Harvard Law School, rounding out an education based on creativity and justice. And together, these polar tenets conditioned Turow's interesting perspective on life. In the book, The Laws of Our Fathers, Turow writes, "The years roll on and life seems like this more and more. That choices don't really exist in the way that I thought they would when I was a child and expected the regal power of adulthood to provide clarity and insight. Our identity is still shaping, and turns out what we have to look forward to in the next years is probably more uncertainty and more confusion. I am not afraid, though, and neither should you fear the uncertainty of life. In just our short time here at Transy, we have faced challenges that have tested our perseverance and nights where we thought it all might come crashing down in 4 Lab. And now we've banded together during a momentous time in Transy's history, the installment of our 25th president. I challenge you to fathom how exceptional this event is for Transy, a transition that this campus hasn't seen in nearly 30 years. We saw a great man move on in life, retaining his obvious passion for the institution, and we saw a determined, lifelong learner enter our historical ranks, quickly proving to us that not all Yankees are bad news. We witnessed this together, and finally, here we are. We made it. Adulthood is not our child's vision of regal, and it is not an immediate source of contentment. Rather, it is a period that should promote confidence and the ability to accept the uncertainty and lack of clarity. We will continue to grow, soon hitting 25, then 30. But with each experience, we will be able to learn about ourselves, our newest dreams, and our exceeding potential, something Transylvania has always empowered us to do and what Turow has envisioned for humanity. Turow also provides this insight. Who are we but the stories we tell ourselves, about ourselves, and believe? A long time ago, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. When I figured out I probably wouldn't hit the height limit required, I was devastated. I had a stack of literature on jets and the Navy, all that reminded me of my dream and how it would probably never come true. Those magazines and books are still stored under my bed, not collecting dust, but fuel. I know that it might not seem like it, but every day I am one step closer to realizing this dream of being a fighter pilot. It's true, of course, the chances of me experiencing the G-forces in an F-16 are pretty slim. Being the fighter in my own life is becoming a reality. As Thoreau explains, you and I should never expect to master the complexities of the world or feel as though we're not in a constant whirlpool. However, we should be determined to fly our lives as if we're defending it from war. And the nice thing about our lives being our planes is that we don't ever have to bring it to the ground. These stories of fighting for our dreams give us purpose and identity. Thoreau urges us all to grasp onto these stories, for these are the ones that will have us maximizing on our potential and actualizing our ideal futures. 4 years ago, we each read the words of Scott Thoreau and maybe didn't pick up on the lifelong insights he buries beneath the lawful jargon. And now we leave with more than his explanation of the Illinois state laws on capital punishment. We leave with a new outlook on our active futures. And now, my sentiment for you, in conjunction with Thoreau's words and Transy's mission, is this: don't just be an optimist, be a leader. And don't just be a leader, be a pioneer, now and in the future. Because if we fail to maximize on the potential that Transylvania University has instilled in each one of us, now that would be the ultimate punishment. Thanks.